It's been really wonderful to see the impact that Seaside Sustainability has had on our greater community and our schools and our citizens and our environment.
Being a part of Seaside Sustainability and Cape Ann really is remarkable.
I found that working with kids and teaching them about environmental science can really radicalize them. It really does make them feel a little bit outraged. What is happening to the planet and who's in charge?
You can't be afraid to just jump in and advocate and speak up on behalf of the environment.
Being part of an organization that is so committed to community-based environmental change, it really is hard to put into words.
Science and STEM are integral in everything that Seaside does, especially in all of our marine science work on Cape Ann and beyond.
We have a limited amount of time to protect and save these very important ecosystems. We need all the Eric Majors we can get.
My name is Eric Majors, and I am the Executive Director and Founder of Seaside Sustainability. So I was born in 1970, the year of First Earth Day, and so it's really symbolic of the trajectory of the rest of my life. So I grew up in Cape Ann. We have a wonderful oceanside environment. So I grew up with sustainability in the mind. After college, I became a ski instructor up at Tuckerman's Ravine, Mount Washington. I was there for 6 seasons, and really got me to learn about and to engage with the awesomeness of adventure and the environment. So then a little later, when I was 26, I spent almost a year in Mexico teaching Spanish. When I got back, I became a teacher at Manchester, Essex. And then in 2008, I started a sustainability program there, and that's where it started. We were about to, in another year, move into a new school, and I thought it would be a great idea to start with a new green team over there. And that was the genesis of all the work that I do in sustainability. So starting the program at Manchester, Essex was designed to be, kid-tested, teacher-approved, lots of real-world responsibility, real-world actions around sustainability. Our students got to then teach other schools all over the world on their projects, like composting and waste management. Being a public school educator, I think, was a little limiting, and I really wanted to make a bigger difference, and so that's now why I'm the Executive Director of Seaside Sustainability. It's really important for Seaside to have an experienced team that understand the science behind sustainability and caring for our environment. One of the most knowledgeable people on the Seaside team in our marine science program is John Sigliano.
My name is John Sigliano, and I am a marine science advisor for Seaside Sustainability. I got into marine science while growing up on the South Shore of Long Island, and I knew at an early age I wanted to be a marine biologist. I really became aware of the environmental issues affecting the ocean when I was in grad school. I started to really see firsthand about the issues affecting the marine environment. And it's just kind of built up over time, where I got to a point where I just couldn't ignore it. I just needed to do something. So that's when I decided to pursue marine conservation. Once my wife and I retired, I started to really want to become more involved in local issues. I started to look into what environmental nonprofits existed in Cape Ann, and that is what led me to Seaside Sustainability. The work that I'm doing with Seaside Sustainability is to develop a few citizen science-based programs. One of them has to deal with marine microplastics. We are trying to assess the amount of microplastics and the types of microplastics in the marine environment. One of the major issues that's affecting the marine environment is what's known as coastal acidification, which is where the pH of the water is decreasing. We want to sample the seawater, mud from mudflats, sand from sandy beaches around Cape Ann to see what type of microplastics exist. We've just really started to realize just how prevalent microplastics are, and we're just starting to really get an idea of the potential dangers of microplastics to human health and the environment. Educating the younger generation cannot be overstated. They're the ones who are going to have to continue the work to lead the charge.
Working with schools is such an important part of Seaside's mission because we need to be educating our kids to understand what their role is and what is really important in their future. Part of working with schools was really consulting with these schools. I'm really fortunate to be able to work with Landmark and Jen Koons. So I've known Jen for a long, long time, and for all the time that I've known her, she's been doing amazing work and really creating a sustainable school throughout the entire campus. It's been wonderful.
I'm Jennifer Koons, and I'm an environmental science teacher at the Landmark High School. I found my way into environmental science through, I think, my love of just being outside and appreciating wildlife. So out of college, I was hired by Clean Harbors to work as an organic chemist in their hazardous waste lab. And it was pretty devastating to see millions of gallons of hazardous waste material kind of work their way through that facility. And I didn't feel that my passion for conserving and for protecting nature was really being served. So I took a leap of faith and I tried teaching. Landmark School is a boarding and residential school, and we have kids from all over the world and from all over the region. Eric was a teacher at Manchester, Essex. He used to organize meetings for fellow science teachers and fellow people interested in conservation. I found out that he worked with Pingree School to produce a report to help them understand how ecologically responsible they are. And I thought that would be a really great idea for Landmark High School. So he and his team worked with me to put together a bunch of interview questions, and 5 of my students interviewed all the respective people on campus that needed to be interviewed. Then they coalesced all that into a very valuable report that our admin team can use moving forward. It was an honor to work with Seaside Sustainability. I asked Eric before he put the report together if they could educate the people that were reading the report why saving the electricity mattered, why composting is important. And his group did that for every single talking point. It's very important for changes to happen on the legislative side in order for the changes to stick.
When it comes to this policy and advocacy work, we look for people that are driven, that are knowledgeable, and have the skills to make a significant change at that level. One of the people that's been doing this vital work for us has been Ann Garrow.
I'm Ann Garrow. I'm an advisor to Seaside Sustainability on state legislation and advocacy. I think that the skills that I developed that have helped me in my position at Seaside are just having the courage to jump into crazy things that you don't know anything about. I looked at the Seaside Sustainability website and I filled out the little volunteer form on the website. Eric contacted me, we talked about what my interests were, what my background was, and pretty quickly I became involved with Seaside. My first assignment was to work with a group of interns, and they were working on PFAS. And I, at the time, did not know what PFAS were. PFAS is a group of chemicals that are often called forever chemicals. They're man-made, and they are used in so many products and materials right now. It's everywhere in our environment because it doesn't break down. It gets in the air, it gets in the groundwater, and it just doesn't go away. 98% of Americans have PFAS in their blood right now. The students were the ones that taught me about PFAS, and that's when I was working directly with the interns, doing research, writing blog articles, writing letters to legislators and contacting legislators. I think people are beginning to understand how dangerous PFAS is and how pervasive it is in our environment. The current initiatives that I'm working with for Seaside are the bottle bill and various pieces of anti-plastics legislation. A bottle bill is a bill or a law that encourages people to return their bottles to the grocery store or wherever they purchase them. When you return a soda can to the grocery store, you get 5 cents back. 5 cents isn't really that much anymore. Amendment to the bottle bill seeks to expand all the items that are covered. So it would be water bottles, it would be wine bottles, it would be plastic nip bottles, and it would also increase the deposit from 5 cents to 10 cents. With respect to Seaside interns, we're always looking for interns that can call their legislators, that can write the legislators, that can testify at hearings. When a young person testifies at the State House, people listen. I always thought that there'd be some kind of magic bullet, that there'd be something that would prevent us from being where we are today. I think it's really important that we all get involved, that we all do our part, and not just think that someone else is going to solve the problem for us.
Being a part of Seaside Sustainability and Cape Ann really is remarkable.
My younger self would be proud in what I was able to do, especially in how much that Seaside is able to accomplish in a short while.
It was wonderful working with Seaside. All schools could benefit from having this information and learning what they can do to improve their environmental sustainability.
The one takeaway that I have for interns is that it's really important for them to speak up. People will pay attention and they have an important message.
Community involvement is key. If you don't have the community involved, if you don't have the community buy-in, you're not going to be able to make the changes you want. There's no denying we are facing some serious challenges, but there are a lot of people out there from the very young to the older generations who are committed to making those changes.
Organizations can create change, but it's really the people that make it matter.